Hey guys, so I didn't film an intro, so we're just gonna get right into the recipes with the chocolate pancakes. First, we're just gonna add a cup of water. I'm doing this in my blender because it seemed easier. And then I'm also just gonna add a cup of flour. You can use any flour. I just used a gluten-free flour because that's what I like to use. So yeah, you can use any flour though. Then I'm gonna do just a tablespoon of baking powder, Hershey cacao, and some salt. And I'm just putting all that in there. And then I'm adding half of a banana just for like a sweetener. You could use regular sugar, it's completely up to you. Then I'm just going to blend that all up. And then I have my pan on the stove. I did use some spray oil on this, and then I just poured the little pancake batter onto the pan, and I poured those into little circles, and I just waited for those to heat up. Then I took some of my chocolate chips. This is totally optional, but I just decided to put some more chocolate chips in it because why not? Like, it's Christmas time, so let's just eat all the chocolate we can, right? Yeah. So now we're just waiting for those pancakes to get ready to flip over. You'll know they're ready because they start to get bubbles on the top. When you see those, you just want to go ahead and flip them over and cook the other side. Also, if you're not into all the baking from scratch, you can totally use a box pancake mix. Just make sure the ingredients do not say contain milk or eggs if you're trying to keep this vegan. And then substitute eggs for flax eggs and milk for almond milk. And yeah, that keeps it vegan, simple, and it tastes really great. Also, I didn't film it, so here's a picture of the final product. Second recipe, we're going to be making a blueberry pie oatmeal, as I like to call it. I'm just putting some frozen blueberries into a bowl, and then I'm going to start heating up the oats. I'm using 1 cup of water, and I'm just going to heat that up first, and then I added 1/2 cup of oats. This is just for one serving, so if you want, you can totally double it and use 1 cup of oats for 2 cups of water. Then after I start cooking those oats for a little while, I added half of a mashed banana as a sweetener. If you don't want to use a banana, you can always use dates, or you can just use regular sugar or even brown sugar. Then I just mixed in some cinnamon with the oatmeal. I really like cinnamon in my oatmeal. I think it tastes really good. Then I went ahead and mixed that around, and then I put that on top of my frozen blueberries. And I like putting the hot oatmeal on top of the frozen blueberries because it like makes the blueberries melt in your mouth, and I think it's really yummy. Then I finally just topped it with some cinnamon and some more bananas and some syrup, and it was ready to eat. And finally, for a fun recipe everyone loves because it is so fun to make, I'm just adding a bunch of frozen bananas into my blender with a little bit of almond milk. Then me and my blender actually had some technical difficulties for this recipe, so I had to switch and use my bullet. So yeah, I just blended all of that up. And you want it to be thick, that's why we use frozen fruit. So the toppings will sit on top of this smoothie bowl. So I just put that into a bowl and smoothed it out. And I started to cut up all of my favorite toppings, as the first one was strawberries. And I just chopped all of those up into little slices, and I put those on one side. The toppings are super fun because you can totally make this your own and you can kind of decorate it. And I just love decorating my smoothie bowls because I take pictures of my food, so I like it to look really appetizing. So then I'm also just adding some chia seeds to this bowl, and I also added some shredded coconut flakes. Finally, I'm just adding my favorite peanut butter, and guys, you can totally make this recipe your own by adding protein powder or granola or dates or raisins, any of your favorite toppings. this was my final product. And the bright side to all of these recipes are you can meal prep them and you can totally take them on the go, save them, put them in the fridge, reheat them, anything. Alright, so I also didn't film an outro, so here's my cute dog. And yeah, that's a wrap. Make sure you like and subscribe and send me any of the recipes you make.